whatever it takes. I'm gonna get me a 2-family or 4-family so I can live free to cut these bills out. My day started at 1 in the morning and I was throwing newspapers from my car. I worked those jobs for 9 months straight, 70 hours a week. And after 9 months, I got fired. Who in here is ready for the $100,000 payday? If that's you, tap yourself on the chest and say, me. Who in here is ready for the $500,000 payday? If that's you, tap yourself on the chest and say, me. Now for all of you online, this for you too. This for you too. I need you to tap it in the chat. But I need to know this. I need the people downtown Tampa to hear this. If you're ready for your $1 million payday, tap yourself on the chest and yell till they hear you downtown Tampa, me. Okay, I think y'all warming up. I think you're up. But let me ask you this. Why? Why is that important? Liberation. What's your name? Tanisha, what'd you say?
I said liberation, freedom.
Liberation, freedom. Everybody give it up for Tanisha. Give it up for her. What would you do different if you got your payday? What's gonna happen? What's gonna be different?
My life be changed like that, Mike. I'm the one to change it.
Oh, everybody give it up for Terry. Give it up for Terry. Joe, we got anybody on?
Mike, we got a lot of people online that are ready. Tammy, Veronica, D'Angelo, Maria, so many people are ready.
What would anybody do something different? What would they do different?
Nathan says he's tired of making money for everyone else.
That's what I like. Now look, I understand. Money is important. It's really important. It's right up there with oxygen. But money's not everything. But without it, you will choke. What if I gave you $1 million? No strings attached. No strings attached. Would you take that money? Show of hands, anybody would take that money? Okay. What if I give you $1 million, but I say you die tomorrow? Would you take that money? No. You ever heard the phrase, time is money? Well, time is really not money. So we need to end the exchange of selling our time for money. We need to end the exchange for selling our time to a W-2. Because this is what's going to change your life. And today, I will share with you all my secrets, all the things I worked on, so that you can end that exchange. Would you like that? Say yes or yes? Whatever it takes. I'm gonna get me a 2-family or 4-family so I can live free to cut these bills out. So I went after it. And I went and got 3 jobs. My day started, like 3 jobs. I was working literally 70 hours a week at an average pay of $13 an hour. My day started at 1 in the morning and I was throwing newspapers from my car, AKA I'm a grown paper boy. Yeah, okay. All right, then I went to my job from 9 to 5. And then, this was my favorite. I went to the stadium and I sold ice cold beer. Cold beer, yeah. Get your cold beer. Could you tell I like the job? I really loved that job. I really loved it. I worked those jobs for 9 months straight, 70 hours a week. And after 9 months, I got fired. I got fired from my stadium job. But I did save up enough money that I paid off all my bad debts. I paid off my credit. And guess what? I went to the classifieds and I found a 2-family that did owner finance. And then I bought my first 2-family, 1999. Now, some people call that house hacking. I call it getting a roommate. Literally, I didn't have any money. I didn't know how to paint. I didn't know how to do any construction. But I was like, I'm dedicated, I'm committed, I'm gonna make it happen. So I bought that 2-family. I rented the top floor for $500. Then I got me a roommate, that was my sister, and then my niece. My sister and my baby niece, they moved in with me and she paid $200. My mortgage payment was $700. The total rent collected was $700. I was living rent free. I felt like Rick James on the Dave Chappelle show. I'm rich, bitch. I increased my net income, grew it to $300,000. All right, life was really starting to be good. And then I bought this Infiniti Q45 with the peanut butter interior. And then it had the 10-disc changer in the back. I was balling. Yeah, I was like, then just like that, it was like the water valve of cash flow got shut off. I became over leveraged. I was making bad decisions, right? I didn't have any reserves. Didn't have a budget. Things start really falling apart. Then that Infiniti Q45 got total. What do you need to be successful? Number one, you need a goal. The reason why you need a goal, goals literally keep you alive. Our people perish for lack of vision. They suffer and die because you don't have a vision. You don't have nothing to strive for, all right? Number two, you need a commitment. What is commitment? Well, it's being dedicated to a cause, and people will know your commitment based on your results. Number three, consistency, or being consistent. Like literally, you have to go in and day out. Number four is discipline. Now that's a code of behavior that you're doing something regardless of your emotion. And number five is service. I promise you, if you do a service, you'll become wealthy because you're having an impact and you're transforming lives. These are the 5 pillars of success. Now, why 5? Why 5 is that so important? Well, David had 5 stones in his pouch for his ammunition. There were 5 loaves of bread to feed 5,000 people. There's 5 books of the Torah. The fifth spirit of God is power and strength. And 5 means being filled and prepared and empowered to go forth on whatever the mission is. And that's why you have these 5 pillars of success. Now see here, check this out. If you had a tree, right? And you had an axe and you had to cut this enormous tree down and you had to cut it and you only get 5 hits at it a day, but you do it every day, every month, what's eventually gonna happen? Because you had a goal, you stayed committed, you were consistent, you were disciplined, regardless of how you feel. And in the service, I'm gonna add this. See, some of you think you're going out to buy real estate to just make money. That's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. You're buying that to change lives. Literally, do you realize when you're using somebody else's money, you're helping them retire? When you're using somebody else's money, you're helping them send a kid to school. You're helping people pay bills. And as an apartment owner, when you're literally providing a dwelling for people to create long-lasting memories so that they can share with their family and create a family legacy. Now, let me tell you something like here. This here is how broken poor people think. This is what I call a poor mindset, passing over opportunities repeatedly, all right? And so when they see something, they see an opportunity, they say, well, you can make $1 million, but you got to put 100,000 into it. Some people are like, man, that's impossible. If I had a $100 bill and it cost you $10, would you do that deal? Like $100 for $10. Oh, snap. Why'd you do that deal? 90% increase. You focused on the value. Stop focusing on the cost. Let me ask you this. Let's say you had to pay 200% on that money, right? That means you had to pay $30 for that $100. Would you still do that deal? Because of the value. Are you ready for the big payday? Is that you, say me? Well, look, check this out. It's now o'clock and it's time to do big deals. Look, stop waiting for tomorrow. Let's do it today. Remember this homeless guy here that broke, financially free? Why not you? Is that possible? Is it possible? In the next 3 days, you'll learn a lot. We're gonna keep telling this over and over. And what you need to do to get out of this big summit And if you commit to believing you're a big deal, I will commit to you. I'll lead you to your transformation. And I'm not just gonna give you information. I'm gonna introduce yourself to the real you. Some of you don't even know who you are. Think about that. So repeat after me. I'm a big deal. I deserve big things for me and my family. I can make big money. I will achieve big dreams. I commit to buying or investing in at least one apartment building or hotel in the next 12 months. I will become a big deal, multi-millionaire. Give yourself a round of applause.